Yeah, yeah. Roll up the green, hit the links with RGB. Pitch, putt, and puff, it's our podcast scene. Talking Burt and Bogies, hole in one dream. Golf cart cruising, we're the illest team. Pitch, putt, and puff, light it up, hit the rough. Every swing's a story, we can't get enough. Hazards and hard times, we know it's tough, but we live for the game, fam, that's our stuff. Got my clubs in the trunk, blunt in the front. Tee off in the noon, cause we don't bunt. Discuss in the course, weed strains for lunch. Straight shooters on the greens, not a front. Pitch, put and puff, light it up, hit the rough. Every swing's a story, we can't get enough. Hazards and hard times, we know it's tough, but we live for the game, fam, that's our stuff. Smoking aces, laces tied tight. With a puff we fly, elevate the night. Golf ball soaring, higher than a kite. Fairway to heaven, shining real bright. Pitch, put and puff, light it up, hit the rough. Every swing's a story, we can't get enough. Hazards and hard times, we know it's tough, but we live for the game, fam, that's our stuff.
And welcome back to another episode of the Pitch, Putt, and Puff podcast. My name is Roger, aka RGB. Before we get the boys on here tonight, we're going to take a quick second and give a shout out to a few sponsors, starting off with Back9 Botanicals. Make sure you guys go check out Back9 Botanicals. Back9botanicals.com. Use promo code TPUFF10. TPUFF10 will save you 10% at checkout. Back9 Botanicals, they're the leaders in the CBD game in the golf world right now. Make sure you guys go take advantage of their gummies. They got the Tea Time Sunrise, the Birdie Boost, the Moonlight Mulligan. I'm a big fan of the Moonlight Mulligan. The CBN really kicks for a good night's sleep. They also have the Muscle and Joint Rub Stick. That's great for any aches and pains you have out on the golf course. Make sure you guys take advantage of that. And promo code TPUFF10 will save you 10% at checkout. Also, we got the guys over at Trouble Off the Tee, troubleoffthetee.com. Use promo code PUFF20. PUFF20 will save you 20% at checkout. He's got the Never Lay Up. He's got Camel Chasing, I'll Go Alone, Golf of America, and a few others. He's got the right inside. They got the QR code. Comes with a ball marker, magnetic ball marker right to the hat. So go check out troubleoffthetee.com. Use promo code PUFF20 to save yourself 20%. And don't forget to check out his audiobook available on Spotify and Audible as well. And then we got our guys at Athletic, ATHLETHC.com. They got the 2 milligram mints, where you can find the variety pack. This is what I highly recommend, where you can get the power, the flow, and the rebound. Find which one best suits your needs and take it from there. A nice mellow buzz throughout the day at athletic.com, ATHLETHC. Use promo code PUFF for a special discount over there. And then last but not least, my guy over at Mulligan Wear, Mulligan_Wear on Instagram. Click the link in the bio, takes you right to the site. Use promo code PUFF10 to save yourself 10%. You just dropped the new line of hats. He also has a couple hoodies, polos, and much more. Check him out at mulliganwear.com. Going to take a quick break, and then we're going to get the Mcdanglers on the podcast here, talk a little hockey. And we're back here on the Pitch, Putt, and Puff. I don't think Marty has ever been on the PPP. He's been on the Upstate Golf Guys, if you guys have listened to me over there. But we got Marty Mcdangle and Hockey Hulk joining us tonight from the Mcdangles. Is that what it is? The Mighty Mcdangles?
The Mighty Danglers.
Danglers. I don't know why I keep saying McDanglers. I don't know if why I keep doing it.
Hey, I mean, yeah, that works.
In all honesty, it might be better product placement to have that Mick in there. I'm looking for a Mickey D's sponsorship here one of these days. I'm spending too much damn money on my kids, and there's freaking French fries and Big Mac sauce all over the floor in here.
It's constant with the kids, man. That's all they want is them fucking Happy Meals. And
You're right.
No, what's up, boys? Appreciate you guys jumping on, man. Excited to have you. You guys were recently on the Upstate Golf Guys. Marty, I had a chance to meet you a while back through Anthony and Uncle Paulie. Shout out Uncle P. Uncle P is actually going to be sponsoring my old high school golf team with some putters. So got that in the works right now. So shout out to Uncle P for that. Always appreciate him for hooking anything up possible. But Marty, why don't you tell us a little bit about your journey here? You were doing a little bit of golf stuff. Now you're back into the full-time hockey and what you guys got going on.
Yeah, so I'll start a little bit about my life story, just brief. Grew up in northern Minnesota, played hockey, was blessed enough to play at the state tournament. But anyways, man, in the meantime, my senior year of high school, I got addicted to painkillers whenever I had a rib injury. And it basically led me down a couple years, probably 3 years of just, using and abusing painkillers, using and abusing benzos, blackout drunks. Just I was out of control, man. And eventually I got clean, started doing the right thing every single day. I'm sober to this day. In the meantime, man, after I did all that, went to rehab, lived in sober houses. I got married, I got divorced. I raised 2 little boys for 6 years. 4 to 6 years. I'd have to do the math right now. I'm a little excited to get out on the ice right now with these Proctor boys. So my memory's definitely not Jim Dowd. Jeez, that guy is like a freaking
right.
He's an encyclopedia, man. He remembered the
Right?
bar names and everything.
That was crazy.
But yeah, so basically, man, what has brought me to social media? So last year I had posted a couple videos on Snapchat. I don't have any personal social media accounts. I hate social media. I hate whenever people fight with each other. I hate whenever they talk about politics. I just do me, man. I focus on me. I focus on good. I focus on positive. You know, I give Hulk crap about conspiracy theories all the time. And the reason why is because I went down those rabbit holes and I'd get worked up, and it's like, hey, you know what? The only thing that I can control is my next action. If my next action is dedicated to something that is completely out of my control, I'm wasting my time. So that's my view on it. I don't discredit anybody that does that stuff. I don't discredit anybody that has anything to say about politics. I mean, hey, if that's your hobby, that's your passion, do it. Just it was an unhealthy thing for me to get into that stuff. I got wrapped into stuff. Yeah, so basically I posted videos of my kid on Snapchat, and my buddy goes, hey, you should post that on TikTok, see what happens. Well, the first video I ever posted on TikTok went to like 2,000 likes, and it was I call him Mini Mcdangler, my little guy, my youngest, and he's really smooth on his edges, has great puck control, does a great job. He doesn't play a ton of hockey because I don't like forcing a bunch of hockey onto my kids. I just let them do it in their own time.
Yep.
And I just let them chase their passion. But right now he's in a hockey camp, getting sidetracked here with Scott Pionk. Wanted to give him a big shout out. Minnie actually got the scholarship for the Adam Johnson Memorial Scholarship. If you remember the guy that lost his life to getting his neck cut
Oh,
a few years back.
Oh yeah.
He's from my neck of the woods. This guy coached Adam Johnson, and his son's in the NHL for the Winnipeg Jets. So just wanted to give him a huge shout out for doing that for me and my family. Cause you know, things can get tough as a single dad. I'm sure he's like, kind of like, yeah, this guy could use the help. But yeah, so I started posting videos. Things were getting a little, you know, it was catching some steam. People are like, this is pretty cool. And I used to go by the name of Marty McFly. That's what I had on the back of my bar league jersey whenever I was living up in the Duluth area and causing trouble. So the Marty McFly thing was kind of a deal. I had it pinned on the back of my Lost Tavern jersey that I played for. And I was thinking to myself, I go, you know what? Let's just try to take this thing to the next level. So I came up with Marty Mcdangle. And that's obviously from Back to the Future, but threw the number 97 in there for Connor McDavid. I figured I'd take that a little bit. And yeah, things caught a buzz. Last summer, I was posting crazy. And basically, I kind of got burnt out with life in general because I was managing a full-time job. I was raising 2 little boys by myself and doing all this social media stuff that was really catching buzz. And
I remember when you took that break, dude, because I was like, because you had a bunch you were putting out constant, and dude, people don't realize when you get into the content creator side of things or whatever the hell you call this, it's work. It's a lot of work. Like you have to put the time into, like if you want to be successful, you have to put the time into it. That's obviously in anything you do, but I remember when you took that break, I reached out to you. I was like, yo, man, I was making sure like everything good because like you were putting so much content out that it was like, all right, where'd he go? But then when he came back, I was like, all right, good. Here he goes. Back to Marty Mcdangle. Let's do it.
And this is what happened. So my oldest was playing squirts, and that's whenever they really take it seriously is squirts. So you're at the rink every night. And I said, I'm a big believer in God, and I'm not afraid of my faith. I don't want to be a Bible thumper or nothing like that. But God led me to moving back home. And I said, I got to go back home where I've got family support. And here's the kicker, and this is how God always works in my life. So I was really, really depressed because I was like, man, I don't want to move back home. Everybody there hates me. They think I'm this rotten drug addict and drunk. And I got in this huge depression, like really, really bad. And I wanted to give a big shout out to Paulie and especially Uncle Puck, man. That guy was checking in on me all the time. He's like, dude, the world's at your fingertips. This is a great decision for you. But my mind was playing tricks on me, right? So I was so worried about what other people thought of who I was 15 to 20 years ago that I just got, I couldn't be happy for whatever reason. And I started working out, I started skating again, I started golfing again, and Paulie insisted that we meet up. He was up in the Virginia, Minnesota area, and we went out on the golf course. I'm like, dude, you got to just be yourself, tell your story. And if people are going to hate on your story, man, like, hey, and here's the way that I look at it, man. If people are going to hate on my story, if I've got 100 people listening to me and 99 of them think I'm an absolute nut and one person takes away something from it, I feel like that's my job. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So basically I've been posting back again. We've been catching a bunch of steam. And I found this absolute nut that was online. I found him on TikTok. He went by the name of Hockey Hulk. And he posted a video. He posted a video with this guy named Green Machine on his it must have been TikTok and Instagram that he put it on. And I said, okay, who's this? Because I didn't follow Greenie. I don't watch Greenie's stuff. I think Greenie does a great job, but I don't really watch a lot of other people's content. But I was like, okay, this guy's making some noise. He's on with Green Machine. He's freaking doing his thing. He's freaking like 200 pounds of solid muscle. I'm like, I got to get this guy out on the golf course. I kept freaking begging him. I was like, if this guy gets a putter in his hand and starts freaking putting with that 12 pack that he has and those muscles that he has, the guy's got to bench about 500 pounds. I said, we're going to be selling putters off the shelf because I am kind of a part-time salesman for Lombardi Golf. And I was like, I got to get this guy on my side. I got to get him on my side. And Hulk probably thought I was an absolute nut. So I'm going to let Hulk take the reins here. And Hulk, what was going through your mind whenever this crazy guy in glasses who was golfing all the time was chirping at you online to come golfing with me?
Twigs up.
Well, I didn't know. Like I said, I don't trust a lot of people. So I pretty much just focus on myself, doing my own videos, focusing on dreams and goals. And I'm like, is this guy trying to like challenge me, thinking he's going to make me look stupid or something? That's kind of what I was thinking at first, so.
Yeah. So to make a long story short, we do end up meeting up, but the first time that we met up, we went rollerblading. I was like, dude, let's freaking go rollerblading, bro. Let's go rollerblading. We'll go down to downtown St. Paul. I knew that Hockey Hulk could be an absolute huge, and I'm talking, this guy could be the face of hockey in the future. Especially since this guy, he can tell his story later, but I was like, if this guy gets a little bit of production behind him, has a cameraman that has a vision, this guy could be huge. Yeah. So I said, Hulk, I've got a few ideas here. We did a video in downtown St. Paul of Hulk running upstairs with rollerblades on it with Rocky Balboa music behind it. It went to like 10,000. It went to like 10,000 views. I was like, okay, I'm not the only one seeing it. We made another video that we had. I acted like I was Herb Brooks in front of the Herb Brooks statue.
I know who Hulk that is now. Shout out Chad
GPT. Shout out Herb Brooks. Shout out Jimmy Dowd. Couldn't believe that he played for him. And I'm yelling again. That went to like 5,000 views. We made a video at Zamboni's bar. I was like, okay, Hulk, we're gonna go into this bar. And this is a really famous bar in the hockey community. It's right across from the XL Energy Center. And I go, dude, we're going to go in there. We're going to see if the bartender's ready to play along. All right. So we go in there, and I said, today is a great day. Today's going to be a super hot day. It's a great day to stay hydrated. We go into the bar. Hulk slams water, throws it all over his body. And it was just great. Like Zamboni's put it on their Instagram page. They actually reached out to me and said, hey, can you come and promote a youth hockey fundraiser we're doing with St. Paul Youth Hockey Association? I said, absolutely. But things kind of fell through. A lot of times the people that aren't on social media all the time don't really know how to use it to their advantage. But
Right.
we're definitely going to be doing something with Zamboni's in the future. I know that. And me and Hulk had such a great time together. We really kicked it off. Me and him kind of have similar backstories with mental health and things of that nature. I know he's dealt with depression. I've dealt with depression. We don't need to get into the details. And I was like, dude, I was with this guy. How long were we with each other and made all those videos? Hour and a half?
If that.
Yeah. And I was like, dude, this guy's like a brother of mine. So I'm like, dude, why don't we go golfing? And he said, yeah, we can maybe make that happen. I don't really like golf. Well, again, short or long stories in short form. I actually ended up golfing with Hulk and his mom the next weekend. We made a bunch of content. I made a funny video of his mom with the Stacy's Mom's Got It Going On music behind it. She's awesome. Jade's awesome. Hockey Hulk's awesome. And
you too,
yeah,
buddy.
man. Yeah, man. So we kind of kicked it
great.
off. We kicked it off. We're basically brothers. We talk to each other all the time. I could talk to this guy about anything. And it's just so cool because whenever you're making this content stuff, whenever you're doing it as a team, it is so much easier to do. And it is so much, you give yourself so much more credibility whenever it's not just you in front of the camera. Like, it's so easy to look at yourself and be like, God, I freaking shouldn't have said this, shouldn't have done that, blah, 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 blah. And now I got this guy and me are doing some really, really special things that we'll get into later. But Hockey Hulk, I'm going to let you take the mic. I don't want to, I feel like I'm talking 100 miles an hour here.
That's
super
great.
pumped to get out on the ice right now. And Hockey Hulk, why don't you start off by saying how we got, well, first tell us a little bit about yourself, your story, what your plans are with hockey. I think that's absolutely huge because this guy's got goals in hockey and he's not giving up on them. So do that, and then we'll talk about the mighty Danglers after that.
Perfect.
Yeah, so I grew up in a little small town in Wisconsin called Somerset. It was like less than 1,000 people in the town, and it was about 45 minutes from Minneapolis, Minnesota. So we were real close. We played a lot of the Twin Cities teams, like in high school and stuff too. Chaska and some of the not super great teams, but I mean still pretty good teams in Minnesota. And then so then after high school, I went on to play a little short stint of junior A hockey in a league called the American Frontier Hockey League for the Bozeman Ice Dogs out in Bozeman, Montana. And it was a good time. I basically ended my own career though, because I kind of went a different direction. I went more the acting and modeling route. And then like years later, I'd have auditions, right, for certain hockey roles and baseball and, different, those are my two main sports, hockey and baseball. And I was starting to, get some callbacks and stuff like that. Wasn't really landing anything, but I'm like, okay, callback's good. I did one audition for Marty. Marty would know who this is. Obviously, the guy's like 7-8 inches taller than me, but it was for Mark Stone when he was playing. Does he still play is he still with the Vegas Golden Knights?
I don't really watch too much hockey. Okay. I'm so busy with youth, but yeah, he's an absolute stud. Here's the funny thing. Here's the funny thing about Mark Stone. He can't skate really, but man, can that guy play hockey? Love it.
Yeah, got a shot.
That's great.
So anyway, so I had a callback, and this never happens, Roger. So it was a guy, Christian Lalonde. He played for the Maine Black Bears, and I think he's around Jim Dowd's age actually. But real good player stuff. He was the one running the session for the callback, and I'm sorry, this is a regular audition, and then I got a callback after this. But I did my audition, and there was hockey skills involved. Okay. This never happens. I have had tons and tons of auditions, and this was out in Los Angeles. And I get done with my my audition session, Christian Lalonde gives me a fist pump. That does not happen.
No, hell no.
That does not. You do your audition. You don't say a word. Thank you for your time. Leave.
Off you go.
I mean, that was like, we had the same look. They were asking for more pictures. And I think it was a height issue. Had it been like just looking down at the bottom of the skates or just like going skating or shooting the puck or something, maybe I would have got the job. But just to get the call back, get the fist pump from the session director on the audition, that was pretty cool. And like I said, he played for the Maine Black Bears, so Division I college hockey.
And like when you're watching like a sports movie or something, either football, hockey, something to that extent, like you want the actors to be somewhat athletic. You know what I mean? Like any given Sunday, Friday Night Lights, like there's some like athletes in those shows, but there's some of the other shows you watch and like you could tell that these guys have no athletic ability whatsoever.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I love Mark Wahlberg. I mean, look at all the movies he's done. You know, I mean, he did Invincible. You know, and he did a great job. You know, as Vincent Pauly.
Yeah, that was an awesome movie.
Yeah, I love Mark Wahlberg. Yeah. Gets up early, gets his training in 4 a.m.
Yeah, he plays 18 holes of golf in like an hour and 10 minutes or something.
Right.
I wish I could do that. My wife would love me more if I could do that. I'll tell you that. I'd be home a lot more.
Right.
Out there every day for about. We actually played our fastest round of the year today. I think we were just over 3 hours 15 minutes or something like that because there was like nobody on the course. We snuck out on the back and then looped around to the front right before a league got out, and it was smooth sailing. So it was nice.
Nice.
Usually it's like 4.5 hours, so it worked out good. But why don't you guys tell us a little bit about the project you guys got going on now? I know. So, Marty, just there you go.
Oh, there you are, Marty.
Hold on. Jade, I want you to talk about your story mentally, what you've gone through.
Okay.
And that thing, because I think that's what we're really here for, is the story, inspiration, strength, and hope. So
how deep do you want me to go, Marty?
As comfortable as you're going, man.
Yep, as comfortable as you're going.
You know what? I was going to do a documentary on this anyway, so I'll try to make a long story a little bit on the shorter side. But when COVID happened, so I was living out in Los Angeles at the time, actually Pasadena, California, and COVID happened. And I was doing fine all through COVID. I knew it was like basically a pandemic, if you will. Well, anyway, I caught COVID, and I knew I caught it because I lost the taste and smell.
Right.
Well, what happened was mentally, my mind got hijacked. I was like ready to take my life and everything. I was like freaking the hell out. I was looking for knives and I was like, just any way to check out, basically, just kill myself in some way. And I rushed myself. I called my brother and stuff, and he said, "Oh my God, if it's that serious," he goes, "I'd rush yourself to the hospital." So I went to the closest hospital in Pasadena, and they checked me in and they gave some Ativan, really kind of calmed me down, seemed to help. Well, one thing led to another. That kind of got me hooked. Eventually, you're not supposed to stay on those medications for a long period of time. I came back home. So my dad actually drove out there, and I'm sorry, did he? Yeah, I think he did. No, I'm sorry. He flew out there, and then he was going to drive back with me. So I packed all my stuff in my place in Pasadena, came back to Wisconsin to live with my parents at the time, and they were going to Florida. That was like September-ish. They were going to Florida in like end of October, November-ish. Dude, I was in and out of hospitals. I was so mentally, I mean, I was so addicted to the pain medications. I mean, I tried to strangle myself a few times. I tried like hangings. If there was a gun, I was looking for a gun. If there was a gun available.
Do you think it was the anxiety of the environment you were in out in LA with like all just how chaotic and everything out in the California? Like, I mean, that's what we see on TV, obviously, but who knows what we're.
Yeah, well, what I think it was, Roger, is that I just got mentally hijacked, and then from the medication stuff, I got hooked, and then I was so sick, dude. I couldn't get out of bed. I couldn't work out. I couldn't do anything. just want to die. You know what I mean? I
Right.
want to check out. And I was like, oh my God, every day waking up sick. And it's like, I felt like I need to throw up, but I couldn't throw up. You know, it was the worst feeling. And it's like, I'm in and out of hospitals. You know, then I came back to Wisconsin because I didn't have a health insurance out there. And I was in and out of psych wards. I was in a group home, tried to take my life even in there, you know. I had like a coat on or something like that, tried to use that. I mean, it was absolute hell. All the tests I took for my brain to see if I had any brain injury or anything from from the lack of oxygen.
Right.
All the tests came back, nothing was wrong. So then eventually, I was starting to do really well. A couple years after I got over the COVID stuff, and I passed out at my parents'. I don't know. I guess I was flexing in the mirror or something. I don't remember. Passed out. I was like trying to attack my dad, I guess. And the cops came and they put me in a straitjacket and everything because I was just going freaking crazy. And I was intubated. This was in Regents Hospital in St. Paul, Minnesota. And so I was. And then after that, I got out and I was like feeling just tremendous and started working out everything. Put a lot of muscle back on. Well, then I was having like problems hearing in my ear. It was sounding like sloshing around, and I had like I was having slight headaches, and I'm like, this is really weird. So I went to the ear, nose, and throat doctor, and she put the scope down my my mouth, and she looked at her assistant. She's like, man, that's a huge mass in there. I've never seen anything like it. She didn't know if it was cancerous or not, so she sent it over to the labs, and I get a call about like a week or so later asking me when do you start chemo. I'm like, whoa, like what the hell is going on here? You know, I'm like, and they're talking, do you have kids and do you want to do a sperm bank and stuff like that to, you know, in case you can't have kids after going through chemo? And I was just like in complete shock.
Right.
And so I went through 6 sessions of chemo and I worked out all throughout it. Luckily,
yeah.
I was in shape. You know, I put on muscle beforehand because I was almost too low after my first chemotherapy session. My weight was so low, so I had to eat pizza and pasta and pancakes.
Wow.
I mean, you name it. I had just to keep on weight, and it basically chemotherapy. Going through chemo for stage 4 lymphoma cancer was a walk in the park compared to everything I dealt with a couple years prior. It was a walk in the park. Like I said, I worked out in between my, because I opted to do the PICC line where it goes through the arm to your heart versus the port. They were pushing the port, but I was like, I just didn't want it because of scarring. I was worried about that. You know, they said, oh, it's going to be just a little scar. And I was like, oh, I'd rather have it inside of my arm, you know? So I went that route. They never asked again about it after the first session. So I went with it, and they'd pull it out after each session. So I was able to skate. Luckily, it was cold enough outdoors because I couldn't go to the gym or anything either at the gym because of the germs. But I would do pull-ups and push-ups and stuff like that at the park and just made it work, you know? And then from there, so I was skating, Roger, and this is when I was skating outdoors. And you got to know this, because after I, you know, tried to strangle myself or whatnot, you know, my balance was like completely off. I remember going to a men's league tournament, and the guys put me back on defense, and I was falling all over the place. I had no balance whatsoever, and I walked off the ice. I was like, I'm never going to skate again. And so then when I was going through chemotherapy, I was skating. I'm like, God, I'm like feeling pretty damn good. I'm like, I could do something that's never been done in history. Play professionally somewhere, you know, or, you know, I was not a college guy. I hated school, but I thought, you know what, if they can pull some strings for me, you know, I got 4 years of eligibility. So we'll see. So that's kind of where I'm at right now is, yeah, I was just feeling really good, and God just kind of spoke to me.
Fucking redemption story, bro. Taking advantage of your second chance, man.
That's kind of
shit.
And yeah, whenever I'm just gonna throw a little piece. I'm just gonna throw a little pice I think's pretty insane.
Yeah, you gotta talk because I'm like, holy shit moment right now. Like,
I mean, this dude, I'm telling you, this dude is super inspirational. I honestly think that this guy is gonna play college hockey somewhere. All he needs is a chance. And once he goes to college, this guy has the drive. You don't get built like that without being
No.
disciplined. You don't have that without having insane genetics. You
Mhm.
don't. And here's the thing, man. He was talking about being suicidal. I've been suicidal before. I've had family members commit suicide. Guys, whenever you're in a state like that.
Oh, we lost Marty.
Oh, we
Peak of
did,
his.
yeah.
There he
Oh,
comes. He's back.
jeez.
Let me
Oh,
film me. Hold on 1 second, Marty. There we go. You're back.
oh, there
Whenever
it is.
you're at a state like that, was where you
When
left
you're in
off.
a state
Oh,
like that, it is literally impossible to get out of that cycle.
Mm.
So,
true.
guys, if you're listening to this and you ever get there, my DMs are opened. I'm
Hell
sure
yeah.
Hockey Hulk's DMs are opened. Don't
Absolutely.
give hope. Don't lose the faith. You can overcome anything in life. And
You
whenever
can.
you get to a point where you think that you are going to end your life and you're really serious about doing it, that's rock bottom. And
Mm-hmm.
when you hit rock bottom and you bounce back from that, you've got
Only
nothing
ways
to
up.
lose.
That's it.
And
Yep.
right
There's
now, I just
always
want to
there
give a
someone to talk to. There's always
right
someone
now
to
I
talk
want to
to.
give a huge shout out to Tim. He's a guy that I've known from AA. He's 60 some years old, retired. And if it wasn't for Tim, man, I owe my life to that guy. So Tim, I'm going to send you the link to this amazing podcast.
Yeah.
I'm going to let Hockey Hulk take the mic from here. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about how you met Greeny. And then we'll get
Yeah.
into the Mighty Danglers thing.
Yeah. Sure. Absolutely. I appreciate it,
Right.
Marty.
Yep.
You want me to go right? You're staying on.
Yeah.
Do you want,
How did you run into the Green Machine? He's got a few million followers on.
That's kind of a funny one. So I was skating outdoors in St. Paul, Minnesota, just an outdoor rink. I was like the only guy out there. It was me and another guy, and he left, and I was just stick handling around, shooting the puck, and only one out there. All of a sudden, these show up. I couldn't see from far away. You know, I couldn't see any video cameras or anything, but I was like, boys, I'm like, where the hell you been? I'm like, about time you guys show up. he looks at me. I see the video camera going, and I'd seen some of Greeny's videos before, but so this guy Greeny's a big content creator, hockey content creator here in Minnesota. And so he goes, you want to do a little 1v1? So, you know, and he goes, I'm here now, you know? So they went in the warming house, and I was wearing a big parka. It was February, and I had a tank top like this underneath. And so they came back out. I was, like I said, literally, I was ready to leave I was ready to go to the gym, like probably 2 minutes before they got there. But so they went in the warming house, and they were kind of doing their thing. I don't know if they're doing some filming or, you know, putting their equipment on or whatnot. So then they come out, and they're on one end, I'm on the other. And so I look over, I'm kind of watching. I'm like, God, this could be an opportunity to kind of step in. And I'm like, but just being a good hockey player is not going to be enough. So I went up to him like, hey guys, you guys want to do a little scrimmage? I said, full check. They start laughing. They're like, yeah, let's do it. So what do? I zip my coat down to my tank top, and I'm like, holy shit. And so we were, you know, passing the puck around, and I skate like 90% of the time. And I probably learned this from my goalie coach in high school. He skated with the skates untied. So I do that for, you know, having stronger ankles and helping with balance and stuff. So when you do tighten up your skates, you're that much more agile moving around in your skates. So anyway, so Greeny saw me, you know, and he's like, I was going against his buddy, and he goes, how the hell is this guy doing this? He don't have his skates tied. You know, then I flexed up. I did the flex. I flex up, guys, like this. And then with, you know, I only stayed like a couple minutes, and I did not expect him to keep me in the video. I was joking. I said, you guys cut me out of your video. I said, I'm gonna hunt you down. hunt you all down. He goes, don't come after me, you know. And
awesome.
but it was one of those things where I was skating in Somerset, Wisconsin, my hometown, on the outdoor rink, and this kid comes up, and he's like, I saw you on Greeny's video. I'm like, I don't know. And he actually put me in this video. And then I was, this was before I got on the ice. Then I got on the ice and this kid yells down and he goes, hey, he goes, you got to see the video you're in with Greeny. I'm like, well, I'm skating right now. I said, well, what is it under? He goes, it's under Hockey Hulk. And that's how Hockey Hulk was.
That's how it all started.
That's how I got my brand, basically, the branding.
That's dope.
And the kids from there,
so
you know, kids find any information.
They're
They're the first to know. Kids are the first to know.
That's such a great story, man. And I just want to chime in, and Jade will be right there with me. It's so crazy how God works, man. He always puts people in our lives at the right time when you're ready for it. You know what I mean? It's just a beautiful thing, man. It's a blessing.
And absolutely. And I tell these kids this all the time too. I've said it in videos. I've said it in person. Do not sit back and wait for opportunities to happen. Step up and create them. Step up and create them. You see an opportunity, create it.
Get it. And Marty, you said it earlier. You said it earlier when you said once you stop caring what other people thought. And once you put that down, dude, I did the same thing with the podcast. I had to step out of my comfort zone. I wanted to do a podcast. I wanted to be, successful at it. I had to get out of my comfort zone and not give a shit what people thought. And boom, here we are now. I've been 2 years, over 250 episodes of this bad boy. And
that's awesome.
With a network, profit, boom, boom, boom. So it's nothing but good shit. Meeting cool people like you guys, everybody's got a story. That's the best part, and this one's crazy.
And the reality is, if somebody's got a problem with you, a lot of the time it's a them problem. Like me, I don't have any bad blood against anybody. If somebody, whenever I've had online haters coming at me, and they did start popping up once I was with Hockey Hulk. You know how I view that? I view that as they must have some issues going on. If they're sitting there online attacking people, that's a them problem. It's not a me problem.
Right.
And that's the same thing with our stories and redemption. I'll be the first to admit it. I was an absolute fucking moron whenever I was using drugs.
Sure.
Absolute moron.
You're not yourself, man.
There's some people that'll never forgive me for things, and that's that's them. I believe in a God that's forgiving. I believe in a God that's loving for everybody, and I believe that if God loves me, why shouldn't I love myself? And that's kind of that's how I am with my faith.
And you wanted to get better, bro. You wanted to kick the habit. You wanted to whatever. I don't know exactly what you're
exactly.
You know what I mean? You have to want to do it. I've seen a lot of people. Same thing up here in the Northeast and upstate New York, man. I've lost a lot of friends to the opioid epidemic, and unfortunately, and I see a lot of shit going on with it. And the ones who changed their lives, they wanted to get better. They wanted to make a change. The other ones just couldn't fully commit to that change, and unfortunately, they're no longer with us. And that's what it really comes down to. You got to want to do it.
And my calling right now, at this exact minute, right now, God wants me to be online. He wants me to be with Hockey Hulk, and he wants me to inspire kids to not do what I did and inspire kids. And that's a great segue into the Mighty Danglers. So why don't you tell them
this is going on with this?
Why don't you tell them how the name came up first?
So Marty and I don't know if it was I called him or he called me, but so we were talking on the phone, and he mentioned something about maybe we should kind of team up and create a page together. And I thought, yeah, that might not be a bad idea. So we're just kind of thinking. I just kind of on the whim, just kind of threw a name out there because I knew he obviously used Marty Mcdangle. So I'm like, what can we combine? What can dangling, hockey, and then Mighty is strong. So I'm like, what the Mighty? I'm like, Mighty Danglers. Mighty Danglers. And Marty's like, I like that. He goes, that's awesome. And all of a sudden, I'm about ready to go to bed. So he sends over this logo. Oh my God! I was like,
I can't find it. Anthony took it off of here, and I cannot find it. That's when I posted up that picture earlier by accident. I'm trying to figure out.
Oh my God. That was the most hilarious thing. I'm like, the ducks are like, one's ripped in, and then he always wears sunglasses, hat backwards.
And it's perfect because right before we did that, Roger was on the Upstate Golf Guys podcast with my really good buddy Chase from Golf Buddies, and he goes something to the extent of, "Yo, Marty's like Charlie Conway and the Mighty Ducks. He's the first house that you go to get the thing rolling," and it was just
Right?
perfect, man. It was just
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
There's a team thing. Just say,
Yeah. So Hulk doesn't even know about all these elaborate plans that I have. So some of this will be news to him. We've been making videos with Mighty Danglers. The goal is eventually to have like a AAA team in the summer for kids, and they're going to be wearing Mighty Danglers jerseys. I'm going to coach. I'm going to get a coaching staff together. Hopefully Hulk will come and make some appearances. But right now we've got a lot of awesome stuff cooking right now.
Yeah.
Hulk and I met with the owner of Soda Stick, who's been sponsoring me for a while. He does the apparel for the Minnesota Wild Pro Shop. He does the apparel for the Beauty League, which is the summer league for the NHL players in the Twin Cities. We linked up with him. He actually hooked us up to an appearance this weekend. We're promoting a tournament. I think it's called Goons for Good. And it's basically a charity that goes and raises money for youth hockey associations. There is a rumor that we might be painting Hockey Hulk in green there. And they are also putting up me and Hockey Hulk for auction, and whoever pays the highest gets to have us on their team for a game.
Nice.
So that's super cool. We're also going to a golf event that Paul at Lombardi, who Paul is a brother to me, man. I talk to
He's
Paul all the
awesome,
time.
dude.
He sent him over a putter. It is called Sophie's Squad. It's a world recognized charity for hockey. A 14-year-old girl committed suicide. She was one of Terry's players. You'll hear more about Terry on the Upstate Golf Guys and Sophie on the Upstate Golf Guys podcast that I recorded with them. But anyways, we're going to the golf event. Me, Uncle Puck, and Tea Time Tommy will be there along with Pav from Golf Guys Being Dudes. So we're super excited about that opportunity. We've got podcasts coming up. RGB was so cool to reach out to say, "Hey, you want to get on the pod soon?" I said, "Let's do it now." Because when
He goes, "Let's do it tonight." I'm like, "Yo, actually, I had a guest cancel, bro. I can do it tonight if you want to. So let's let it rock."
Because here's the thing, when the wheels are turning, you put the pedal to the fucking metal and
Do
you
it.
say, "Let's fucking go."
Go.
Let's go.
And that's what we're doing right now, man. We're gonna. I think if we keep rolling with this, I just partnered with a charity up in Duluth, Minnesota, the Northern Lights Foundation. Last year, I raised $1,000 for the UMD Bulldog head coach Scott Sandelin. I had him and the assistant coach of the Gophers, Ben Gordon, sign a thing. I sold raffle tickets for him.
Nice.
Hope the IRS isn't listening to this because I probably did it illegally. And sent them over a check for, I think it was $1,100, and we just joined forces with them. I'm hoping that I'm going to be
That's awesome,
just gets
bro.
me pumped thinking about it, raising money at tournaments that I'll be promoting this winter. So that's kind of
Stay
what we got
busy.
going
Stay-
on.
Stay on it, bro. You guys stay active, man. Keep the positive energy. You guys' vibes match right off the rip. Once we started talking last night, Hulk was the first time I got a chance to meet you, and talking to you for a few minutes and hopping on Flex and everything else. I was like, oh, this is him and Marty get along perfect, dude. It was one of those things. So I could tell the vibe
we never really ever butted heads or anything. It's like just
Right.
kind of. I mean, I think we had a little differences, and kind of like.
That's part of it, though.
Early on, exactly. But
That's part of
then
it.
we got over it and everything.
But
So,
once you guys figure out the mojo, it kind of just vibes. Absolutely.
So at the end of this, I got to get on the ice here, boys. I'm just going to give my little tagline, and Hulk's going to end with his. So everybody that's listening to this, come follow Marty Mcdangle on all platforms. We're on Snapchat, TikTok, Instagram. I think we're approaching 13,000 total followers. And follow hockey_Hulk on Instagram. We're not going to get into the story now, but he got banned from TikTok. And
you got 2 more minutes, quick, or you got to go?
Yeah, we're at the Mighty Danglers. And then I'll save my tagline for once you're done.
All right. So I always wrap up with 3 questions. I'll make them quick. I'll make them hockey related. Favorite hockey movie of all time?
Favorite hockey movie of all time's got to be Slapshot. I'm on the same page as Jimmy Dowd, but if I'm looking for inspiration, I'm watching Miracle, baby.
All right. Hulk, what do you got? We'll do rapid fire.
What do my favorite hockey movie?
All time.
Youngblood.
Yep.
Youngblood. Rob Lowe and Patrick Swayze. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I actually remember seeing it. I never watched the whole thing, but I remember like seeing that on HBO or something as a kid. And then your favorite hockey player of all time?
My favorite hockey players are my kids, man. I love watching them. They're
Oh,
very
good
skilled.
answer. Good answer.
My youngest is still playing. My oldest, I keep pulling his teeth to get to practice. So I said, buddy, you're not going to play hockey this year. We'll just go play outside and we'll go from there. If you want to play next year, I'll make sure that you're in top shape to do it. You're still going to be working on skills. You're still going to be doing the small area games. So those are definitely my 2 favorite players, man. Love watching them, love
Great
skating with
answer,
them,
bro.
love coaching them.
Love that answer. What do you got, Hulk?
My favorite hockey player is actually a football player, Barry Sanders. I tried to emulate him on the ice, doing the spins and the stop and goes. I loved Barry Sanders. So I didn't really ever have a favorite hockey player, but I loved Barry Sanders. Was just incredible. Like I said, I tried to be similar to him on the ice. So
yeah, I like that. He was filthy. He was the best running back all time in my opinion.
That's my opinion. Yeah.
And
I can't believe you didn't say Jimmy Dowd.
No,
shout out Jimmy Dowd, man.
I know.
Shout out Jimmy Dowd.
Sorry, Jim. No,
Dude,
Jimmy's great.
What a human being.
That was so
absolutely.
cool, man. It was so much fun, especially when we chatted up off camera for a couple minutes. It was really fun. That was
absolutely. Jim's a great guy.
Yeah. Last question: if there was one sport what would the sport be if you weren't playing hockey? What would it be?
Man, if I had the athleticism, I would do anything to play college football. Shout out Coy Parrish. He's from Esco, Minnesota. Tiny town in northern Minnesota, and he's going to go in the first round.
Wow.
Okay. Hell yeah.
That's awesome.
He plays for you. He plays for UM.
He plays for Esco High School. That's where he went to his Esco High School. He then went to which is just the town over from my hometown of Cloquet, Minnesota. And now he went to the Gophers last year and was an All-American as a true freshman. And this kid, he's a white boy. He runs like probably a 4.3, 4.4, has a 40-inch vertical. Look him up, man. Jeez. Coy Parrish, legend.
The white boys cook, baby. We had what's his name? Cooper DeJean scored the touchdown and had the pick 6 in the Super Bowl. The white guy, the white skill position players are coming back, baby. Jason Sehorn left. Now we're coming back. Hulk, what do you got for what sport would you be playing if it wasn't hockey?
What would I do? I'd be the white Bo Jackson. Just replace football with baseball. Baseball would be my sport. I'm an ambidextrous switch hitter, center fielder.
Oh yeah.
It's like Kirby Puckett. Kirby Puckett of the Minnesota Twins.
Awesome. Remember that big leg kick he used to have? That
right?
Lift his leg to the moon. It was funny. I batted left-handed in baseball, but I had no left-handed golf club, so I taught myself how to golf right-handed.
Oh, nice.
So somewhat ambidextrous. And my daughter's very similar to where she throws right-handed, bats left-handed, same way I did, and then she golfs right-handed. So
nice. I think it's something great to do, regardless if you're going to use it or not. Like I do it in hockey. I'm probably not obviously ever going to, with stick handling. It's so much harder. It's so much more involved. But it does. I believe it helps you when you go back to your regular hand.
I would be a lefty in hockey if I was to play hockey for sure. But
I golfed right-handed for most of my life because it screwed up my baseball swing. But just got into lefty a few years ago. But one last thing, Hockey Hulk cleared the fence at 280 yards, left-handed, with flip stand golf. And that video hasn't come out yet, but Hockey Hulk could be a machine. The correct answer, though, for you, Hockey Hulk, is WWE. We're not stopping until Vince McMahon. We're not stopping until Vince McMahon calls you and Uncle Puck, man. That's when we're stopping. Once we get on WWE, that's when we're stopping, baby.
Awesome.
There we go.
Boys, I appreciate you guys, man. Once again, truly appreciate your time. Let them know where they can find you. And you guys have an open door if you guys have any big events coming up, any charities you want to promote, events like that where you're raising money and you want to get the word out. Open door policy here at the Pitch Putt and Puff. So let them know where they can find you.
Alrighty, so Marty Mcdangle at all platforms, and I'm gonna give you a little put those twigs up, give me a little fist pump, and let's flip and go.
Let's go. Hulk, what about you? Where can they find you?
And Hockey Hulk is hockey_Hulk. And I got two little taglines here. Keep pumping and baboo.
Hey,
Baboon.
you got to do the throw off one.
Oh.
That's fun. All right, boys. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
I
Thanks,
love you,
Roger.
fellas.
Appreciate
You
it.
guys have
Thanks.
a blessed evening here.
All right. Thanks, guys.
We'll take a quick break. Gonna recap, preview the weekend, and we'll talk to you soon. Whoo! Them boys, wow. Them hockey boys got a different energy, man. Those guys definitely have a different energy. Cool vibe, though. Shout out Marty and the Hulk, man. Those guys are going to be doing good things, helping out the kids, raising a lot of money for charity and such. But coming up this weekend, RGB birthday weekend with the Pitch Putt and Puff. We're going to have 12 guys out there. Going to get the crew up and running. Might change it up a little bit the way we do payouts. Might do something different with the groups, just group by rankings. Don't know. Going to see who we got one spot left. They're going to try to fill up. But other than that, we'll be back on Monday with a recap show. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Make sure you guys go check out the boys over there, Marty and Hulk. And make sure you check out our sponsors, Athletic, ATHLETHC, BackmanBotanicals.com. Use promo code TPUF10 over there. Save yourself 10%. Make sure you check out the gummies, the THC shooters, as well as the muscle and joint rub stick. And Trouble Off the T, TroubleOffTheT.com, promo code PUF20. PUF20 will save you 20% at checkout, as well as Mulliganwear, Mulliganwear _ on Instagram. Click the link in the bio and go to his page where you're going to find some dope hats, hoodies, polos, and much more. Mulliganwear _ Instagram. Use promo code PUF10 to save yourself 10% at checkout. Appreciate everybody tuning in, and we will talk to you on Monday with the recap show for the Pitch Putt and Puff.
Yeah. Roll up the green, hit the links with RGB. Pitch Putt and Puff, it's our podcast scene. Talking Burt and Bogies, hole in one dream. Golf cart cruising, we're the illest team. Pitch Putt and Puff, light it up, hit the rough. Every swing's a story, we can't get enough. Hazards and hard times, we know it's tough, but we live for the game, fam, that's our stuff. Got my clubs in the trunk.